I have two stock option methods. One is a formula and the other is the treasury method. So let's take a look at the formula method first, because it's the easiest. I take my market and subtract my option price. That's the exercise price. Okay, so I take a look at that. If it's positive, I can go ahead. If it's negative, it's anti-dilutive. It means the exercise price is greater than the market. I then take that result and divide it by market times the quantity. Okay, so there's going to be a quantity of shares. And that will equal my incremental shares. And that's the amount that goes to the denominator. So let's see how this works with the numbers that we have up above. I have a market price of 60, an ending market price of 60. Okay, it's telling me during the period, so I have to relate it to the period in which I'm working. So if I'm working on a quarterly, I have to get the market price for quarterly. Working on an annual, I work on an annual average market price. Fully vested, the options, $50 divided by the market price, okay, times the quantity, 24,000 shares, equals my incremental value. So let's take the numbers, 10 divided into 60 times 24,000. Okay, I get 4,000. Very simple math, subtraction, division, multiplication. Easy to do. Let's take a look now at the treasury method. Let's move that up a little bit. And now we'll look at the treasury method. Under the treasury method, we start with the number of shares, 24,000 in this case, multiply it times the exercise price, exercise option price. We look for various words meaning that, and our exercise price was 50, so that's going to equal 1,200,000. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be wonderful in your calculator. And then you divide that by 60, which is the market. The theory is you will need to issue those 24,000 shares to an option. You will need something worth 1,200,000. If it's 60, I divide it by 60, and I have 20,000 shares that I have to get. Sorry about that. Got the comma in the wrong place. 20,000. Okay, watch that. We can always truncate something wrong, and I have 20,000. Okay, and I think I'm done. So I look at my answer results, and 20,000 is there. So I choose that one, and I get it wrong because I have to subtract A from B. Okay, so A minus B is equal to my incremental. Okay, incremental shares. And my A is 24,000, my B is 20,000, and my incremental shares is the same. Which one was easier for you to do? Which one is easier to remember? Which one is easier for the function on the test with your calculator? By far, it's formula. By far, it's easier for the formula. Okay, two options. If you like the treasury method, you've learned it, you've memorized it, go ahead and use it. But this is for new people. You can see where you could run into trouble here and not know what to do. what to do next. Not remember this AB is the next step. So it's one step, two step. Here, one step, one calculation, one formula. Write this formula over and over again in your head until it's memorized. Stock options go here. All right, one more thing. Numerator and denominator. So the numerator will have, in both cases, will have the basic number for the earnings per shares available to stockholders, and the bottom one will have the number of common stock available. You will not add anything on top, okay? Nothing added on top for stock options. And on the bottom line, you will enter the incremental shares, and that will equal diluted earnings per share. Of course, it's the answer if you only had stock options. If you have other things, and we'll go into those, convertible preferred stock, convertible bonds, they will have a numerator and denominator function. It might be nothing, it might be something, but you might have several different options, and you just put them along your line and add and subtract them up. So this is an add. Okay, add them up. All right? Two stock option methods. The easier one is the formula. All right, thank you very much. This has been Professor Campbell.